Good afternoon, world. This is Ivan Amer. Uh, um, this is going to be another very interesting video. Um, Ivan, why haven't you made a video in the past couple of days? Because I felt I was a little bit sick. I had a cold. Obviously. I had a stuffy nose and a scratchy throat. I was coughing a lot. I wasn't feeling good the past couple of days, hence why I did not make a video since 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 my last video for like I don't know, good like I made my last video like 5 days ago. I was sick. I was under the weather. I don't know if I caught COVID symptoms or not. I might have caught COVID symptoms, but I'm feeling much better now. I'm pretty much recovered. I have my nose is a tiny little bit stuffed, just a tiny little bit stuffed. My throat's a lot better, so I'm able to make a video today. Obviously, I'm still a little bit under the weather though. No, I'm pretty much recovered now, but I don't have much energy to go on to make like a super long video because I just recovered from my sickness that lasted like 4 days. So what I'm gonna do, I'll talk about Zanus. In the second part, I might talk about the Sam Shamoon thing, maybe. But I mean, the Sam Shamoon and Uthman debate will take place. Is something I want to do like down the road. Like it's a side thing I want to do. My priority is to start Skyscraper and make my Zanus movie, and then I might perhaps do like a side, do a moderated debate with Sam Shamoon versus Uthman. You know what I'm saying? I think he's the best man to debate Sam Sheikh Uthman. You set the debate up, and you offer Sam and Uthman a nice $50,000 deal. Those guys are already rich people. They have supporters. Sam has 70,000 subscribers. The guy's probably making like 80, 90, 100 plus 100,000 a year, 60,000 a year, and Uthman is probably making like 100 plus thousand, 150,000 plus a year. They're pretty rich people. They're doing good for themselves, but pay them a nice $50,000 with a 5 day debate, 5 6 day debate. You can hire one Christian moderator, one Muslim moderator. I can have David Wood be the moderator for the Christian side if you want. Pay David Wood like $7,000 to moderate for 6 days if you want. You can have David Wood stay in the same hotel room as Sam. And then someone that Uthman knows, you can have him moderate the debate with David. Because I saw the debate with Sam against a Muslim guy on his channel, and David Wood's a very good moderator. So you can have David Wood be the moderator if you want. You represent the Christian side, and then you hire a Muslim moderator to represent the what? The Islamic side. You can do that if you want. And David Wood, you can pay for his feeding in his hotel. You'll have him stay with Sam, fly him on the jet with Sam, and David Wood can so I can have David Wood and the other moderator. They're the one who plan out the whole debate. Okay, how long? How do you want to have really long opening statements or short opening statements? Okay, do like a 15-minute opening statement. You guys are going to be planning out the debate. Okay, opening statement, then 2 rounds of rebuttals, then like cross examination. I want the cross examination to be like 25 minutes, 30 minutes long. And you do conclusion statements and you end it off with like 45. I want like a 3.5 hour debate. A 3.5 hour, even 4 hour debate. A long 4 hours is too long. Make it a good like 3.5 hour debate for for the debate, obviously. So after I film Zanus me and my wife are movie stars and we made our money, I'm not tell VJ. I don't even have to. VJ, yeah, Ivan, if you want to use debate, use debate. It's your money. You can do whatever you want with it. I can do whatever I want my money, and I can fund the whole thing. It'll cost me a couple $100,000 to fund this thing, but what? It's pocket change, and it's a charity. This debate is my charity. I'm not making any money off this, as I'm not going to charge the fans for the event. I'm gonna. You can go there for free, but you have to sign. It's first comes first serve. You have to sign up online on the website. You have this option: are you Christian or are you Muslim? You say you're Christian, the system, the website reads that you're a Christian. You say you're Muslim, the website reads you're Muslim. And if you're Muslim, don't say you're Christian. Be honest. If you're a Muslim, say you're Muslim. If you're a Christian, say you're a Christian, obviously. So if I rent a venue that fits 10,000 people, 5,000 Muslims sign up, 5,000 Christians sign up. So I'm saying, and keep it balanced, keep it even. Equal amount of Muslim fans, equal amount of Christian fans. One Christian moderator, one Muslim moderator. That way the debate is fair. You don't have dirty shit going on behind the scenes. And the debate is not rigged. Like the David Wood versus Hajib debate was rigged, obviously. You can tell the thing was set up. They set it up to look like as if Hajib won the debate when in reality it was like a tie. Or you can even argue David Wood won that debate. But the man looked like as if Hajib won. Hajib didn't really answer David's questions. Whereas David actually took the time to answer his questions about the early church fathers, how, you know them. Yeah. It was a setup, obviously. Some saying. Yeah, look at him, like the biggest debate of the century. But enough about that. I'm gonna talk about Zanis. Because at the end of the day, my priority is Zanis, obviously. I'm gonna start my Skysis company with my wife. Obviously. I'm gonna start my Skysis company with my wife and what? And this debate thing is a side thing down. It's a side thing I'm gonna do. Most likely after I film after the 4 years are done and Zanis gets released, I will set the debate up. Yep. The debate will probably take place around the fall. So let's say if Zanis gets released around August, I can set the debate up during my year off, 8 months off. I'll set the debate up, and then the debate will happen. But going back to Zanis, I'm going to make off my book based off my fast novel that I wrote. The best fast novel ever written. I am pushing 400 pages, guys, into my edit. I'm almost done. My edit, guys, almost done. You're taking me for granted, man. Sometime this year in April, maybe I'll be done my editing my book, my first draft. And then I'm gonna go over it again. I'm gonna go over it again. Obviously. Right? Then I'm gonna contact Vincent Valentino. I'm gonna do that interview, a nice 2-hour interview with Vincent Valentino. I'm gonna do a nice 2-hour interview with Vincent Valentino. I'm gonna post on my YouTube channel for you guys to watch, obviously. I told you this year I'm only gonna be pumping out like 2 videos a week. I'm not gonna be doing videos every day like I did last year. I'm worn out. I don't get paid for this. That's why I keep saying you better enjoy my Sabotage series while you still can. As I'm already starting to forget about this channel, guys. You know it's how I don't make videos every day. You know, what happened? Yeah, I lost energy. I no longer have energy. You know what I'm saying? I love watching these Muslim Christian debates. John Campea, Rami Burnett, Midnight Ez, Neil Toos, and like, you know what I'm saying, Rad. You know what I'm saying? I just go to the store, I get my beer and smoke, and I watch stuff on YouTube. I no longer have the will to pump out videos every day now like I did last year. So last year I pumped out videos pretty much every day. I don't do that anymore. I pump out like 2 videos a week, 2-3 videos a week. Yeah. Because I'm tired. I don't get paid for this. Had I got paid for this, I would have pumped out like 4-hour videos for you every day, man. Because you guys lock the doors on me, now what? You reap what you sow. When I'm king, I'm not making any rules on my channel. And you're left behind, you're not safe. I keep saying that. You're left behind, you're not saved. So Zanis I will make for $1,020,000,000. It'll be based off my fantasy novel, The Last Hope for Zanis, that I wrote. One story told in 3 volumes. One story told in 3 volumes, and it is the best fantasy literature ever written. I'm not kidding around, guys. Look at the best fantasy literature ever written. I don't think anything will top that, man. I don't think any fantasy book will top that. When I say Zanus is the best book ever written, I'm talking about the fantasy genre, as I can't compare fantasy with horror or like what science fiction and like romance. They're different genres. So when I say Zanus is the best book ever written, I'm talking about the fantasy genre. Sincere, as I know there's a lot of amazing books that are written in other genres, but you can't compare fantasy with romance. They're different genres. Sincere. Like you can if you want, but it's not fair to compare a romance story with a fantasy story because they're different genres. See what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my point. Zanus is the best story ever told in motion picture and the best literature ever written. Trust me, once Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson reads my book and all the Hollywood actors read my book, it's finally going to hit their minds, holy shit. I can't wait to be a part of this story. Yeah, it's going to be a $1 billion budget movie, man. Yeah. Most expensive movie ever made. It will make Avatar Pandora look bad, look cheesy. That's how crazy about Zane's Alive. Looking at a $1 billion budget movie. Some Sarah. As I'll most likely make my 9-10 billion bucks off my book, sorry. My movie I'll probably make maybe, I don't know, 20 billion, 25 billion bucks off the movie and merch. The book I'll make probably 9, 10 billion, 11, 12 billion bucks, maybe even more, maybe even 15 billion bucks. I highly doubt 15 billion bucks. Chances are about maybe 600-700 million people are going to buy it. So I'll probably make my 9.5, 10 billion bucks off my book, which is more than enough money. It can last me for hundreds of years. Last me and my wife for hundreds of years. And with that money, I can fund my Zanus movie with my own cash. The bank will gladly offer to give me a loan. I'm like, yeah, I don't need to take a loan. I don't need to take a loan. I can fund it with my own cash. Yes, I know I can pay the bank back, no problem. I know I have money back, but I don't want to be stressed out knowing I have to pay the bank, knowing I have debt to pay. It's better to fund it with your own cash, so I don't have to worry about paying the bank back. Fund the game with my own cash. Guaranteed I'll be doing the Zanus game, most likely. Fund the Zanus game with my own cash for $450 million. $450 to $460 million I'll fund the Zanus game for. Obviously. So if I do the game, I'll give Rad a call. I'll contact him on his social media, on his Twitter or his Instagram, right? I'll have my secondaries contact him privately. If I don't do the game, I will not hire Rabrat. But Rabrat already knows if I'll do the game or not. He can see the feature. I have the keys. So if I do the game, I'll give Rabrat a call to be my walkthrough guy. Sign him to a nice $40,000 deal for the game. Realistically speaking, he's only worth like a $40,000 deal for the walkthrough. It's a fucking like 3-week walkthrough. But because my company's top notch and he's very, very big and you want him to when I'm a billionaire, it doesn't hurt to. You want him to benefit and live a great life with his daughter and his son and his wife or girlfriend. Pay him a nice $640,000 for the walkthrough. But Rabbit might tell me, Ivan, I want to do your thing full time. Yeah, if you want Rabbit to be full time, you got to pay him like $900 $1 million for him to feed his family for years. Obviously, he works like once every couple of years. You pay him like a $1 million bucks. I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, no, Rat. I want you to do your YouTube thing. I'll pay you a lot of money, but I'm not gonna pay you $1 million. You rip me off. For walkthrough, pay him $640,000. A good deal for him. He'll walk away like $300,000 in his bank after taxes and the rates. $300,000 can last you for a couple of years. And that's excluding the amount of money you're making off your YouTube channel. You're making good money doing YouTube, and you're going to make your good money doing walkthroughs for my company. And I make that amazing Last of Us Zanus game. What an amazing game for that. You play as me and all the men who fight in you know how Lord of the Rings you play as all the 7 main characters? Yeah. You play as Aratat? No, you don't play. Aratat and them are all CPUs. So the actor for Aratat, Ephesus, Bass, Mass, those actors, I won't pay them their millions. I'll pay them like $100,000, $200,000, $250,000, $300,000. They're going to do voice acting work, but they're all CPU characters. But you play as the main what, like I don't know, eight men in the book who fight. You pay those guys their millions. So you'll play as me, Tacitonius, Papyri, Cornelius, Sirius, Job, and Eli, and Cassius. You play as those main like 8 guys, and those guys you pay them the millions. Whereas the ones who just do voice acting work and they're all CPU characters, you pay those guys a couple $100,000. That way they don't rip you off. Like for the Great Escape, my idea is you play as me and VJ. You play as me and VJ, obviously, and then Keanu Reeves, Ben Affleck, and Scarlett Johansson, all them. They're in the game. They'll be doing voice acting work, but they're CPU characters. You know how Keanu Reeves was a CPU character in the Cyberpunk game, but he did a lot of voice acting work. Yeah, he'll do voice. They'll do their voice acting work, but they're CPU characters. You don't play as them. They're in the game, but they're CPU characters, and they'll be doing voice acting work for them. But you don't play as them. And whenever you have that going on, don't pay the actors with millions. They're ripping you off. Pay them like 200, 250, 300, 400K. Keanu Reeves, because he's big, you can pay him nice $400,000. That's a good deal for him. Ben Affleck, you can pay him like $280,000, $300K to voice act. Scarlett Johansson, you can pay $280,000 to voice act. Some Sarah. Paul Bettany, you can pay him like $150,000 for the game. They're the CPU and the voice acting work and cutscenes, but you don't play as them. And my idea is you can either play double player or single player. You play as me or you play as VJ. Or you can play as both. You have multiplayer. You play as both of us. You have split screens, like you did in the game A Way Out. You play as me, and you can also play as one guy can play as VJ. One guy can play as me, or you can just play as me, or you can just play as VJ. So whenever you play as me, single player, VJ is a CPU character. Whenever you play as VJ single player, Ivan O'Mara is a CPU. You do some of that for the Great Escape game, but the Great Escape is way down. The Great Escape is way down the road, man. This is like 11 through 12 years from now, something crazy. 11 years from now, whatever it is. This is way down the road. Right now, I'm focusing on Zayas. Zayas is only in a couple years from now. I don't know. 2027 or on, I'll be hard at work in the office working on Zanus. Give me a sec, guys. I gotta use the bathroom. Let's get to the video and wait. Don't hate me, you know what I'm saying? I'll be back in a sec. Sorry about that. You guys have to wait a good like 5 minutes, right? Give me a sec, guys. I'm gonna go upstairs and get my coffee. You gotta bear with me. Skip the video if you don't want to wait, guys. Be back in a sec. Don't hate me, son. Alrighty, sorry for the long wait. You guys waited a good like what? Like 8 minutes? Sorry for the long wait, guys. 7, 8 minutes you waited. I had to use the bathroom. I'm not gonna tell you what I did. It's gross. And then afterwards, I went upstairs to get a coffee for myself. Yeah. So that's what. That's how it's gonna work with the games. That's how it's gonna work with the games, obviously. Games if I do the games. If I don't do the games, I'll just because I might just stick to movies. Because Vision might tell me, Ivan, I need you focused. I'm like, yeah, me and you will barely be. I'm gonna hire my own team for the game. I'm barely gonna be involved in the game. I'll just consult every couple. Once a week, I meet up with the people. I consult with them a little bit, and that's it. I hire my team. They handle the game, and I'll focus on the movie, the Zane's movies. I'm sorry. I will focus on the Zane's movie. I will focus on the Zane's movies. I'm sorry. So $1,020,000,000 towards the movie. $410,000,000 towards salaries to pay my cast, my crew, my 17, obviously, and then Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson's salary, I'll pay it out of my pocket. So I'll pay Peter his 85,000,000, which is like 100, I don't know, 5 million New Zealand money. He signed a $100 million deal for his base salary. That's a good deal for Peter. I'll pay it out of my pocket. And Mel, I'll pay his 56 million, which is like, I don't know, 40 like 7 million in American money, whatever it is. So Sarah, sign Mel Gibson says $56 million deal for the movie, which is like 45 million in American money. That's a good deal for Mel Gibson. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. He makes like Peter and Mel make like 15, 20 million for their movies base, and then Peter can negotiate for like maybe $100 million of the profits, of the sales of the profits, right? And you give Peter $450 of the Sky Source film profits. And you give Mel $170 of the Sky Source film profits. I'm not going to give Peter and them a percentage. There's no point. Just give them a flat amount. Peter gets $450 million. Mel gets $170 million. And if Peter is greedy and he wants more money, I'm like, Peter, I'm not paying you any more than $450 million. You're getting greedy, man. Like, $85 million is money that James Cameron and all these guys don't make in Hollywood. They make like their $25 million. That's excluding your royalties. Your film royalties. I'm giving you a good deal. $450 million of the film profits is a good deal, and I'll give you $2 million for the re-releases until you pass away. Peter will be, by the time Zayas is done, Peter will be about 7 years old. So for the next, 20, 25 years, you're going to collect your $2 million for the re-releases. And once you pass away, you stop collecting your royalty checks. I'm not going to give your family members money. No, they're not. They weren't in the movie. That's why you only get your royalty checks until you pass away. So the Hollywood actors for Zanes will get the $250K royalty check until for the next, 25, 30, 35, 40 years, 50 years until they pass away. Which is a good deal, obviously. And Peter Mel Gibson will get the $2 million. Because Peter's agent is greedy, he might try and push for like an $800 million deal for the roles. I'm like, no, Peter. If I give you $800 million, you're taking all the money for yourself. You're taking like 1.2, 1.3% of the pie, which means you took the whole 1% for yourself. And I'm not giving up any more than like 1% of the money, man. $450 million is more than half the pie. That's enough money. That's like 0.7%, 0.8% of the money. And the rest of that goes to my 7 team and the actors. You know what I'm saying? And your assistant director, Guillermo del Toro. They deserve a pay too. It's not just about you, man. You gotta think about others. It's not just about you. It's a deal, Ivan. Yeah, I give you. If you're angry, Peter, I'll hire Mel over you, man. You're more than welcome to go back to Hollywood, being a dirty slave, eating that shittier food, working in that shittier $100 million budget, and getting paid less money if you don't want my offer. I keep saying that. Hollywood cannot afford to offer you a $500 million deal, Peter. They'll offer you maybe $100 million of the sales, $150 million of sales, and maybe a $25 million base, but they can't afford to give you $450 million. That's all their profits gone. Like, Peter, my movies are going to be grossing tens of billions, man. Zayas is going to do, Zayas is going to do at least a good 40, 50 billion plus in sales. 55 billion in sales is going to do, man. Me and Veach are going to make our billions, our 20 billion, 25 billion bucks. I have enough money to easily pay you a nice $450 million of royalties. Hollywood can't afford that. $450 million is like their profits. That's a good chunk of their profits. You know what I'm saying? This is live, and yeah, I gave you a good deal. If you don't like it, I'll hire Mel over you, man. And you're what? You're missing out on those huge opportunities. You know what I'm saying? You're missing out on those huge opportunities, obviously. I'm giving you perks. I'm giving you an unlimited budget that Hollywood cannot afford. This is a much bigger budget than the Lord of the Rings movie you made 30 years ago. They only gave you a $90 million budget for each of the 3 movies. They gave Peter about $300 million, $280 million for the 3 movies of Lord of the Rings. And I'm giving him a $1,020 million budget for the 3 movies. And the amount of money I'm putting towards special effects is more than how much all 3 movies were made as a whole. Hence why my comedy will blow Hollywood out of the water. People will be shocked. Holy shit, if your comedy blows Hollywood out of the water. Ivan, how much money are you putting towards visual effects again? Yeah, Peter, $410 to like $450, $460 million. He's like $410 million, all like poured towards visual effects. I'm like, yeah, holy shit, Ivan, this is revolutionary technology. Hollywood can't afford this. This is the biggest budget movie ever made. Yeah, Ivan, like this will blow Pandora Avatar out of the water. The horror will blow The Exorcist and My Orc Ring Race out of the water. You know what I'm saying? The practical effects are gonna blow My Lord of the Rings out of the water. Yeah. Because I'm going to mix the practical effects with the visual effects. Because you need both. You need visual effects are good. The practical effects are good, but you can't have one or the other. You need both. It's good to have your world look natural in a fantasy world, but not too natural, otherwise the movie can flop. It's good to have your world look very amazing. That's why you need to mix your visual effects with your practical effects, which is what I'm going to do for Zane. That way you get that natural look. You get more of that natural look, but you get the world looks also very amazing. Like those pictures I posted on my Twitter account. You know what I'm saying? Something beautiful like that. And show John Howe and Alan Lee and period them those pictures on Chrome. That way you have an idea of what you want your world to look like. And they draw this amazing world for your world building, your characters, the customs and cultures, all that stuff. And that's why Zane is best with all the most picture. Yeah, man. Shut my camera off here.